Good morning. We're coming from the book of Philippians, chapter 1 and verse 6. It reads, God began doing a good work in you, and I am sure he will continue it until it is finished when Jesus Christ comes again. I want to take for a topic this morning, keep going, keep going. So Philippians is telling us that there is a starter place that God will put you in when it comes in life, even at a career. When you go into a job, you don't go in just at the top. There's a place that you start and you work your way up. Like, for instance, you may even come in as the president, but you don't come in knowing everything. You're still going to have to start at a bottom, understanding the basic knowledge, so that way you can make the correct decisions at the top. So whether you are positionally at the top, when you come to a new place, you're still at the bottom. Or even whether you're actually at the bottom of the totem pole trying to work your way up, the same thing goes in every area of your life. It takes time. You may have been married for 10 years and now you find yourself at the bottom because now you're in a new chapter of that 10 years. And you have to remember, God began a good work in you, in your marriage. And it's going to take time, but he's going to complete that thing that he started. So it's tempting for you to give up on your spouse. It's tempting for you to give up on hope. But I love what Bishop Jake said. He told us that hope is where one steals away long enough to tell himself that where I am is not where I'm going. You do not have to throw in the towel. You do not have to say, I just can't take this anymore. You do not have to take on the mindset of saying, it's just not worth the fight. It's just not worth the whole mess or the whole continual muddied situation. Whatever the word is that you feel, I understand the frustration. I lived it. I've been there time and time again, especially when you're in the middle to the beginning of something. It can become discouraging. Oftentimes, I'm reminded of different churches that I've pastored and the rapid growth that I've experienced in some of those times in pastoring. But this time in pastoring, this is a slow and steady build. That doesn't mean that God is not in it. It just means God is doing what he does, and it will happen when he wants it to happen. But I have the cleanest hands that I've ever had in my life now. I'm in the best place I've ever been in my marriage now. I'm becoming a better father every day and more conscious. Not because I'm just sin free, but I don't mind correcting my mistakes and calling them out. And so that growth that's on the inside is greater than any growth that could be on the outside. So that when God decides to bless the outside, the public growth, my private growth is already intact. And that's what God is after. He's after what's going on the inside. And so even if it feels like nothing is shaking, you just continue to remember, God began this work. God's going to perform it. You don't have to change that man. You can't change that woman. You don't have to change that child. You just be consistent in doing what God called you to do. God is doing the work. Don't give up. There's still hope. Peace and blessings till we meet again.